So I've got to get something off my chest, and a lot of people here, I know I'm not the only one who feels this way. I want to talk about a group of people who are somehow more hyper-masculine and dickish than the football team. Basically, a bunch of jocks who are completely full of themselves. That's right, I'm talking about the fire department. Every time there's a fire, you can expect them, oh, they show up, there they are, firemen! And they show up in those big red trucks, which are like basically just somehow douchier versions of Hummers. A good example, last week, here's, take a look at this. This is a pen writing implement. I write with these all the time, but something I notice is they just get too darn cold. Because I keep them in my car, and you know, this cold Michigan weather, they get too cold. And I hate writing with a cold pen, it numbs my fingers. And so I was trying to think of a smart, energy-efficient way to warm up my pens. So I had like 12 of them sitting in my toaster, and of course it starts a fire. I have everything under control. And of course, who shows up? With their little hoses putting out the fire. The fire department. It's like, seriously? Seriously, dude? Really? Really, you guys? Seriously? And it's like, have you ever heard of a fire extinguisher? I can do this myself! Back then, fire extinguisher was invented like 100 years ago. Ever since then, the fire department's been irrelevant. I don't know why we keep them around. Just because it's cute? Is it cute to have all these men running around in their silly little outfits? I don't think so. I don't think so one bit. And so, the other week, they had an event where, you know, you've probably seen them before. It's the oldest trick in the book. They have these fire trucks out, and they have the firemen outside looking all nice, and the kids could come around and talk to the firemen. Some of them wanted to grow up to be firemen. That's insane to me. That's insane. What you need is a positive role model. So I'm seeing all these kids being influenced by the fire department. Just kind of disgusting. So of course, and I do this every time, I take it upon myself to protest. And I know there's more of you out there who feel the same way I do. And I don't know where you're at. I'm sick of protesting this alone. I'm sick of fighting this fight alone. And we need an army out there. So I'm the only one protesting, and I'm standing there, and I'm yelling, you know, you guys suck, and I'm saying, like, go home, chili eaters, and what, shouldn't you be sliding down a pole or something? And of course, what happens? They send over one of their testosterone-fueled meatheads to politely ask me to leave, which I did. But the real kicker is, who brought fire departments to America? That's right, Ben Franklin. He must have been thinking like, I don't know, I thought of electricity. Greatest gift to mankind ever. What can top that? Oh, I know! A fire department! Basically, just a gym for jocks to lift weights and play dress up, and hey, it'll all be on the taxpayer's dime. Great fucking idea, Ben! Thanks! Thank you. Yeah, thanks. Ben, thanks. And another thing, a little known law, maybe you should look this up, because you'll find it, it's in the books. People don't talk about this, that's what upsets me, nobody talks about this shit. Look this up, because it's true. A little known law is that if a fireman saves your house, or a fire team or whatever, the whole fire group, if they save your house, they legally own it. They don't show this shit on TV or in the movies, do they? So if your house is on fire, and a fireman puts it out with his cool little hose, it's his! And I've seen this. In real life. I saw, the other day, the house down the street was on fire, and they rescue the children, oh, great job. And there's this beautiful little child standing outside, just this adorable child, and the fire's finally put out. The fire is finally put out, and the little child looks up at the fireman who saved his house, and he says, "Thank you, mister. I'm so glad. I can't wait to move back in and play with my toys." And the fireman looks down and he says, This is my house now, kid. You think I do this for the glory? Grow up. Yeah, that's right, he said grow up. And that's coming from a firefighter. Basically a little child. A child up in there. That's what firefighters are. They don't get it. They don't know how the world works. Well, okay, and if you're still not convinced, try this sometime. You can do this. This will work. This is a little experiment. I've been doing it, and it's shocking. So, you know how you see all these videos of firefighters where they save children or animals? So they'll climb up a ladder, and they'll pull the dog or whatever out of the window, and they'll put it on they'll start resuscitating it and all this shit. Yeah, look carefully, because it looks like the firefighter saving the dog, they reverse the footage. What's really happening is they're putting what they'll do. It's sick and it's disgusting. They go around and they find animals who have just been resuscitated, so the weakest animals, and they take them and they go up their ladder and throw them in the burning building. I swear to God, it happened. That's what they do. I'll show you an example. Check this out. It's disgusting. So there you have it, folks. Basically what becomes a great big publicity stunt, oh, look at how great the firemen are, really just starts as some sort of cruel, basically like a fraternity prank. So I just want everybody to know the truth out there. Spread the truth, please. And if I can get more people supporting me on this, maybe we can finally put an end to the fire department once and for all. Thank you.